Hey guys and girls, so in today's video we're going to be looking at installing the Ring wired video doorbell. So it's £35 at the moment on Amazon, normally £49. You're also going to need some other bits to replace the Deta Doorbell, and that's going to be a Ring transformer. Okay, and you want to make sure it's got a 12 and 24 volt option. You can see that on there. And then if you scroll down to the sort of underneath where this is, it usually offers this little box, which is an enclosure IP44 2-module box. You're going to need one of those as well. So that is an additional £20 for the transformer and the box, but well worth it for what we need. Okay, so before we start work, we have to turn off the electric. Now with these systems, always make sure you turn everything off to start with. So do all of these, then do the controller RCD circuits, all of these, the other RCD, and then the main breaker. So this is the current doorbell I have. It's the Deta. This is what it looks like. Not a brilliant doorbell, to be honest. Lots of issues with it. On the left hand side, this is where the main power comes in, so you should have a blue wire and a brown wire, and on the right hand side you have Cat 5e cable, and you should have a brown and white and a blue and white attached to that. So we take out the side panels from the bell, and there's a couple of screws you're going to have to unscrew to actually take everything out. You'll also have an earth wire that is sort of loose in there as well. It should either have a little cover on it, or it should just be sleeved off. Okay. These are really fiddly to get the wires out. I actually struggled a little bit here, but you just have to pull the orange tabs up like so, and then it should come off. Take the screws out, and it will literally just pull off the wall. Pull all the wires through, as you can see here. There we go. Now I'm actually going to dig a little channel and move it up at some point, but I'm just going to show you how to install this. So you take the IP44 box and feed the wires through. Try and keep the brown and blue at the bottom and the Cat 5 at the top. Okay, get that all lined up. You might have to drill some new holes and put 2 wall plugs in just to secure the box to the wall. Now you can see here the problem I've got is that when my bathroom door opens, it's actually going to hit the transformer. So all I plan to do is I will probably drill make a little channel out the wall and literally pull the wires up so they're just above the door. And then all I'll do is to fill that, I'll use some plaster tape, put the plaster tape across, and then just very gently build up a couple of layers of plaster or poly filler just to cover that, sand it down and repaint. And that's a really quick and easy way to fill a little channel in a wall. So yeah, so here all I'm doing is I'm just screwing in the IP44 box onto the wall, into the new holes that I've made. You can see I've got the wires coming through bottom and top. Okay, because the brown and the blue will go into the bottom of your transformer, and then your Cat 5e cables, the brown and the white and the blue and the white will be used to go into the top of the transformer. And you won't need all the other wires. So you can see here on these just unscrew, okay, at the front, and then you're going to put the blue into the left side and the brown will go into the right side, and just make sure they're done up quite tight to secure those wires. At the end of the day, you are dealing with live mains cables there, so you're going to want them quite secure, not coming out, not arcing. If they're loose in there, it could arc and cause sparking, and you really don't want that. Now, I am not an electrician. I'm not a qualified electrician, so if you do not know what you are doing with this, don't attempt this yourself. Get a professional in. I'm happy to take that risk. I've made sure, like I said when we started, we've turned all the power off. Now, you only want to use the 12 volt and the 24 volt here on the top rail, and just be aware that you need to make sure they go into the right ones. Okay, so you can see here the blue and white I'm doing into the 12, and the brown and white into the 24. Now it might be laid out differently on the transformer you get if you get a different transformer, but it must be 12 volt and 24 volt compatible. So do make sure you get the right transformer, otherwise you will have issues. And again, you want to make sure these go in You don't want them too long. When you strip the wires, just make sure that they're not overly long. If they're too long, you may need to cut them down. Make sure there's no, like I said, there's no arcing or anything like that. And you can see here I had a little bit of trouble here, so just getting the right size of what I wanted and getting it in there nicely. There we go. Just getting that done up nice and tight again. Okay, and this transformer will literally just clip onto the rail, so you need to get your wires in a nice place where it's not going to be caught or snagged on anything, and then your transformer will literally clip onto the back of the IP44 box. With the IP44 box, when you get it, it won't look like it will fit in. You can just very gently apply a little bit of pressure to the front panel and pop out any knockouts that you need to knock out. I haven't shown that on here. No reason really, just purely forgot to film that bit. But this just literally clips on. You can see I'm just struggling to get all the wires out the way so as it clips on cleanly. And if you need to get it off, the little black pull down at the back, you just pull that down, it releases the clips and allows you to get it off easily. So once that's all done, you just put the earth out the way, screw the cover onto the front plate onto the box, and you can see that fits in there nicely. It's not the most attractive thing, but you know, neither was the Deta box or chime box. So we're onto the outside install now. All we're going to do is undo the screw underneath the doorbell. There's a little screw that holds the plate on. You might have a pull-off one, which just literally put a little pressure and it will slide forward. And then all I'm doing is undoing all of the two screws at the back that have the Cat 5e cable attached to them, the brown and white and the blue and white. Okay, so we take those off and this will all come out. Now my wires were a bit, as you can see, they're a bit old, they're quite worn, they're also quite short, to be honest. They're just not in a great state, but my whole door's not in a great state. It needs a new door. It's very worn and messy over the years, but you know, get around to that eventually. As to is my outside frame, as you can see, my plastic fascia is going to need replacing at some point. So what I'm doing here is I'm just checking the wires, stripping them back a little bit, and then I'll just twist them together to make sure they're all neat and tidy. Now this is where the 3D printing comes in. Now you can buy an angled wedge on Amazon or eBay. I also sell this, I'll put a link in the description. So this is a 3D printed part, and what it's going to do is it's going to angle the doorbell so as I don't have to put it right at the front. I don't really want it right around the front of the property. I want it where the original doorbell was. But the problem with that is it will be facing the wrong way. It will be facing away from anyone who knocks. So to resolve this, that's what we've got, a little 3D printed part. Now I'm selling these for £10. That's undercutting obviously some of the competition, so do consider purchasing one of these. And all they do is it just literally goes onto your fascia. You screw it on with 2 screws and it's going to angle the ring outwards towards the front of your house, towards the front of your property. So to connect this up, very simple. You just need to put the Cat 5e cables around the 2 screws. So one of them, so if you're looking at the Ring doorbell, on the right hand side will be the let me get this right, it should be the brown, it should be the blue and white, and then on the left hand side as you're looking towards the ring will be the brown. So then you're just gonna screw this onto your wedge, pop the faceplate on, and then put the security screw in the bottom, which just secures the ring in place. Okay, so it is pretty straightforward. Then what you want to do is then obviously power on your electrics. Okay, turn your electrics all back on, and then what you can do is you'll get the blue flashing ring, which is indicating you're ready to set up. And then all you need to do is open the Ring app on your mobile phone or tablet and follow the instructions. That took to set up the actual go through the setup of the app took about 3 minutes. Super simple, so easy to do. I hope this video has helped. If you've got Deta Doorbell, this is the video for you. And please remember to like, subscribe and share. And also we hit 10K, which is amazing. So check out the merchandise in the YouTube store. Thanks a lot, everyone.